back at Goldsboro for a quick afternoon session before going to find somewhere to camp. I'm going to try out my newly modified sluice, put a few V-grooves in there, and got some fancy pants, wing nuts to attach everything. So anyway, I'll come back to you once I've walked into where I'm going to go. Hey guys, well, it's about 5. I'm going to do my first clean-up on my new, freshly made, remade sluice, and let's see if we got any gold. I can see a little bit there. I've dug a pretty big hole over there. I'll show you there. But can't see much in the V groove at the top. There's a little bit here and there. I'll just flip the camera around and show you. Just tiny, tiny gold. So hopefully there's some goodies in there. Okay, I've got through most of the heavy, sort of big chunky bits, and I'm down to the fine ironstone and small. So I'll just turn the camera around and see what we got. Hopefully we got something. There's quite a bit actually. Pretty impressed. I'll probably come back here and finish cleaning out that hole tomorrow, depending on how I go. There's a lot of heavies, but I'll flip the camera around now and show you. So as you can see, not a bad effort. And there's still heaps in here, so I think I'll snuff it all up and sort it out down the track. Right, I have set up my camera properly now. Keep Twiggy happy. Like I said before, that has been eroded over many years. May have been made by the old timers, but now nature's taken over, and it's a very high cathedral sort of top, but it's quite deep, above waist level, so hopefully not too many people would have come through there. So I hope I can find a couple of rocks that I can dig in behind and hopefully get some gold. Yeah, so it's a nice little spot. Got a little bit of natural light. The rest of it's closed in quite nicely, and the river splits just behind me. So I'll probably stay on that confluence, the convergence, and actually see if both those creeks are supplying any gold. Then I'll go slightly above each of them and see if I can do a few test pans and see if anything comes of that. Probably won't, but you don't know. Right, I'll come back to you once I've been doing a bit of digging or when I feel like it. For you, the user those that don't know, or the user though, for you of those who haven't shown it, or you don't know, I'll put mesh in the bottom of this bucket. So it kind of becomes a wholesale pacifier. I can do a lot more, a little bit extra work compared to doing a single amount, but you get through the volume easier. You just have to find a nice spot to put it, which doesn't float too deep there. Oh, I might have done that here, right there. case you're wondering, I've painted these a bright colour because I was losing them the other week. So that was the only colour I had. I like it. Found a big hole in the back end of this rock. Hopefully there's some goodies in there. I always take a bit of this moss off as well. Just now I'm working, normally on the back side, but there's always that chance that the sediment that's caught in the moss doesn't just hold there. Alright. So, let's go to the exciting, let's see. My stopper rock's too big. Adjust my flow a bit. So I can push those rocks away. That's getting a bit better. I have to build a bit more of a dam, kind of funnel it in a bit more. Thought I'd done a good enough job, but apparently I didn't. Oh yeah, get some. Drop that down a bit. I think it's better. Just the big rocks, I just don't think they like it. So I might go back to my classifier here and I'll just make it awkward for myself and leave it where it is. The rocks in here are lightly packed, a little bit more than sitting here, but hopefully it means nobody's touched it in a while. I suspect the locals that know, the guys that have been there a lot, probably come up here knowing that it doesn't get touched as much. Getting down to some of the smaller stuff, might put the odd one of that through. Might have to assist it a bit, which is not ideal, is it? By the end of the day, I'll probably have it down pat, but I would have lost some gold already. Alright, got a few buckets now. Got some good finds and for use. Out there who don't know, it is a clay bottom. And so what happens is all the fines and the gold stick to the clay. So you've got to get that, you've got to get it off. And that might mean sweeping it, and I've got a little half brush and shovel and link off the sluices. I saw them doing that, and they work really well for them. So I'm going to try my luck. That means there's a good way to clean up that bottom layer. Otherwise all the good stuff stuck to the bottom, you can't get it off unless you actually go hardcore. So anyway, I have filled up my ad hoc pacifier, and I'm going to put that out into my pan, and then I'll look to do a quick run through here to empty out my pan. Right, stick that. packing my fines up here, and my sluice line comes about 3 metres up there now through my little sluice, because when I emptied out this, all the water disappeared as well, so I'm having to try and reclaim some water. So that's working alright at the moment. Alright. Nice. Full of crumbs. I need to set up a little table here as well. It just never ends. I'll try my balancing and what else can I do? No, I'll just go back here because it's safer. I will drop it. Right, I've got it down to a small amount of fines, a lot of heavy sand in there, ironstone, iron sand, etc. So it's going to take me a while, but let's have a look. A little bit of need sluice, I'm hoping. I also like to see if I get the back. Holy, there's lots in here. Already good signs. So, we'll keep going. Bring those lights to the surface and gently washing them out. Without washing all the gold. So the gold's sitting on top of the iron sand I can see over here. So really do this over another pan. Just in case, so. Come down pretty heavy now, the old rain. I can't find it excited about that. But here's what it is. Now on the coast. Strangely enough, it rains here. Now it's gold in that pan. Hopefully not much. We'll check it out later. You might not be checking it out later on top it. A couple of big stones are hanging on in there, so I might just put those out. Making sure I don't throw a mess of mud away. That'll be a bit embarrassing. But I'll cut that out of the video anyway. A little bit of mud. Alright, putting it far enough now that I can have a look, and then I might just stuff the whole lot up in my bottle, just because I don't want to lose it. Because it looks to be, yeah, that there. Well, I'm not retiring on it, but I'd say that's pretty good. I don't know if that's in it, let's just check. Yeah, pretty good, I think. If I get my snuffer bottle out and I think I didn't spill any before. There are no garnets in there. Quite cool. Like this. Like nice red garnet. I won't be keeping those. This one's got a lot more finer riffles. It's probably quite good for the finer gold. Get a chance of not losing it, I suppose. Maybe I should have used that in the first place, but you know, I didn't. Oh, shingos. Yeah, I'm glad I kept this. I wonder how much I lost. See that right in the corner where the riffle is? Yeah, that's a good sized bit. So I must have lost a bit before because I was in too much of a hurry. So probably a good idea to keep doing this. The old keep yourself. Okay, so I've moved downstream quite a way. It's way lighter and it's got a bit more shelter as well. So I found a little rock I'm going to muck around with just here. I'll dig down, just see if I can see anything. It looks like it's been worked before, so it probably won't have much, but you know, you've got to check these things out, don't you? Right, get this tripod set up. And we'll get into it. After a weekend of labour and lots of rain, come home to clean up the concentrates. This is what I've got left.